You are about to witness something so potent and so powerful. This is a real-time subconscious transformation session, recorded live with full permission to share. These sessions are designed to dissolve stuck patterns, clear resistance, and create instant shifts, all without force or years of unpacking. It's real, it's raw, and it's not like anything you've heard before. Welcome to Rapid Resolution Therapy. A disclaimer: these sessions are real, unscripted, and deeply transformational. While the work shared here may spark powerful insights for you, remember, this is a personal session being generously shared for educational and inspirational purposes only. This is not therapy, and it's not a substitute for medical, psychological, or mental health care. If you're navigating intense emotional distress, please seek support from a licensed professional. By listening, you agree to hold space with respect for both the participant and your own nervous system. Take what resonates, let the rest move through. And if you're curious what this could unlock for you, send me a message on Instagram at the Meghan Weir to experience a complimentary session with the option to be featured on Dropped In. And if you prefer to keep it private, you can book a paid one-on-one session off air and experience the same level of clarity, freedom, and nervous system relief, just between us. Welcome to Dropped In, Patti. I am so grateful to welcome you here today and experience rapid resolution therapy with you.
I am super excited to be here, Megan, and to be able to experience this whole process. So I'm in for the ride.
Good for you. Good for you. And I can't thank you enough for being open to share this with the Dropped In community. It's a big vision of mine to end human suffering, and we do this through the process of rapid resolution therapy. And so by you going here and going first, it shows others what's possible through this transformational therapy. So thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm honored to be a part of the process.
Beautiful. Okay. So, Patti, I'm going to invite you into a different way of thinking. All right.
Yep.
It's not necessarily the truth, but it's simply a way of thinking.
Okay, let's do it.
Awesome. Okay. So I think that people are aware of their thoughts and their feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also think that people don't necessarily choose them.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I also think that thoughts and feelings create behaviors.
Totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree. Yeah.
And I also think that these stem from places that we aren't consciously aware of.
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we
Awesome.
run so much on the subconscious mind.
100%,
Mhm.
95% of the time to be
Yeah.
exact. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's my intention today to get to the root of the matter, to create that automatic lasting change of which is intended for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Sweet. Okay. So let's say someone were to feel, perhaps they're feeling stuck in a specific area of their life. Someone might say to just let it go or to just get over it. And although it's not mean-spirited, it's also less than useless. Would you agree?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no validation in that.
No, not at all. It's actually
No.
poisonous.
Yes.
Yes. And that is the
Exactly.
polar opposite of what we do together here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's great about RRT is that it's light, it's humorous, and we don't need to go back to what has been occurring in the past to dig up old wounds and experiences. The intention is to really move you in the direction of what is already intended for you. Okay.
Perfect. Totally in
Awesome.
alignment with where I'm at.
Beautiful. All right. So can you share with me what you have been experiencing up until this point?
Yes. Just very briefly, lost my husband in December after a 10-year journey with young onset Alzheimer's. And obviously that's a very challenging journey. Primarily what I'm, feeling or have been feeling a lot of anxiety, fatigue, lack of brain clarity, um, all the things that go along with, a lot of stress.
Mhm.
Um, we went through COVID with this.
Mhm.
And, throughout the whole time, one of my goals was to quote unquote, I made two goals right on the get go when I knew Joe was diagnosed with young onset Alzheimer's. Number one, to give him the best care possible, knowing it would not always be me, tick that box. But the second one was to ensure that I did not go down with the ship, so to speak, knowing that the rate of caregiver burnout is extremely high and or even early death. And I did not want to be another statistic. So I set the
Mhm.
intention of, walking this journey, totally unknown journey, as well as I possibly could to stay well. I continued to coach my clients throughout it in a limited capacity because life changed dramatically. But, so much grief happens along, like the anticipatory grief is huge in
Mhm.
this journey, and the stress and the decisions and dealing with things that I've never been a part of before with my husband's, change and whatever. And it caused a lot of exhaustion,
Mhm.
fatigue, and just, there was days where I was just literally trying to make it through the day.
Mhm.
And, not to make this seem very simple, but we came to the end of that journey when Joe passed. And of course, there's the ongoing grief of the finality of that.
Mhm.
And, no disrespect to my husband, but 10 prime years of my life were allocated to that. And I'm at
Mhm.
a point now where I really want to move forward. I want to serve the people that I know I'm meant to serve. So, ideally, if I can like figure out this fatigue bit, this focus bit, this brain fog, and all of that to
Mhm.
really, I mean, I don't think we ever go back to who we were before. We evolve into the new version of ourselves, but figuring out what that new version looks like so that I can really make the impact that I want to make with my business going forward.
Mm. My goodness. Well, I'm flooded with shivers as you share that. So that's always divine truth for me. And I just want to acknowledge you for you have already been in forward momentum of taking that oxygen mask and placing it on yourself first.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yeah,
you've already done such an incredible job of really supporting yourself through that 10-year journey. And so I commend you for that.
thank you. I appreciate that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So what I'm hearing from you is what you would love to receive from our time together is to have that mental clarity, to have that energy, to have what I like to say your innate gifts, your superpowers abundantly and readily available for you so you can better serve yourself because you're already great at that, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to
Yeah.
even better serve your clients, which you're already great at, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. So imagine having all of your superpowers abundantly available for you, how much more you can support individuals, including yourself, on the path forward.
It's such an exciting thought for me, Megan, honestly, because this knowing deep down inside of possibilities, what I'm really here for, and the impact I'm here to make has been, bubbling in there for a long time. And the thought of just really unleashing that and walking that out just like literally gives me shivers throughout my body and makes me so excited. A little bit anxious, but so excited.
Yeah.
Um, to really finally be able to step into that and make the impact and the difference that I know I'm being called to make.
Yes. Yes. I see it so clearly for you. You mentioned the keyword anxious. So, is there any part of you that would be resistant to receiving this transformation today?
Ooh, great question. Is there anything that would cause me to be resistant? Um, I mean, I'm, like I'm here to gain that clarity And, you know, that abundance of energy and belief in the possibilities. And I, you know, like honestly, I can't say there's nothing is coming to mind
Mhm.
because I feel so ready.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure that there's no secondary gain occurring here, that you are ready, able, and available for this. So,
Mhm.
just for a moment, Patty, can you connect with that feeling that you've been experiencing in the past? Just for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
we're done with that.
okay.
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 And if you were to create an abstract design that would resemble that feeling, would it be black, white, gray, or color?
Great.
Okay. And is there any lines, shapes, sizes?
Gosh, for some reason diamond comes to me, but I don't know what's with the diamond shape.
That's good. All
What is
good.
wrong with it?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Your mind loves symbols. So this is perfect. You're so on the way to the transformation. So this is great. And guess what? We're done with that. Just like
Okay.
that. Session complete.
Wow.
All right. So I'm going to share with you two specific things before we really get dropped in here. So this may be a refresher for you. However, it's always great. The mind loves repetition, doesn't it?
For sure. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
absolutely.
So let's say we're going to speak first and foremost around the nervous system. Okay.
Yeah.
So our nervous systems are designed just like every other mammal on the planet. Okay. So I'm going to use a zebra as an example.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say we're on this jungle safari. Okay. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
sweet.
Yep.
And we see these zebras frolicking and eating and grazing in the grass. And it's just picturesque. And
Mm.
then we see this lion approaching. So, lion's approaching the zebras. Okay.
Right.
So, the zebra is not aware of anything other than his five senses are picking up that there is some sort of threat occurring. So, his legs get stronger, his heart rate increases, digestion slows down because he doesn't need to worry about eating lunch. He needs to what?
He needs to take off.
He needs to
He needs
outrun
to,
fellow zebra,
yeah.
right?
Right.
Okay. So zebra outruns fellow zebra and he goes back to business, eating grass, doing his thing. Nothing ever happened.
Mm.
So as humans, we would to see this lion approaching zebra and we would be like, oh my goodness, that lion is going to make that zebra scared. That zebra is going to run really fast. But lion doesn't want to scare the zebra. Lion wants to what?
Eat him.
Yeah.
He wants to catch him.
Yes. And all zebra wants to do is outrun fellow zebra. That's all that's happening. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So if zebras could talk, we would go up to zebra and say, oh my goodness, you just outran your friend and you almost got eaten by that lion. And zebra would be like, what lion? What zebra? Like nothing happened. He literally can just shake anything off, business as usual. So he's not out there thinking, remember that time when I almost got eaten by that lion? Or
Right.
what happens if I get attacked by another lion? It's only what's happening right now.
In the
Okay.
moment.
In the moment.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's say there's this beautiful mama zebra with her little baby and they're snuggling, and in comes this really annoying bird. And so this bird starts pecking on baby zebra's head. You can guess what happens next.
Well, mama's going to try and get that bird away from the baby.
Yeah. Her
Yeah.
legs get strong, her heart rate increases, her jaw gets strong because she wants to bite the head off of that bird.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Bird disappears. Mama goes back to business as usual. Again, if we would to go to mama and say, I can't believe that bird, she would be like, what bird? There's nothing happening.
Mm.
And she can't recall if there was a bird or what if a bird comes. There's nothing happening, only what's happening in this present moment.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Humans are able to detect danger threats just like zebras. Okay.
Yeah.
So when we have a perceived threat, our legs get strong, our heart rate increases, and we want to run so fast, but in all reality, we're not getting hunted by any lions or tigers or bears, are we?
No,
No.
it's in our head.
Yeah. And if we get triggered and we get angry, it's like, well, I don't really need to bite someone's head off, do I?
No,
No.
no, not
And
at all.
what's happening when we get stronger is that it's our bodies are getting flooded with glucose. It's giving us this extra energy, this extra power. And it's
Mhm.
also cutting off all of our superpowers, all of our logic, reasoning, gifts, intuition,
All the
joy.
brain fog, all the
Everything is
clarity.
getting cut off. Okay?
Right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now with the mind, okay? So we have the advanced mind and we have the primitive mind. So the advanced mind, we're able to pick up what's happening right now in this present moment. But then we have the primitive mind, which is able to recall emotions, events, experiences from the past. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Then it's getting hardwired with the advanced mind because they're not communicating. So primitive mind's thinking something's happening when in all reality, nothing's happening right now.
Right.
But then we're taking on this perceived threat. So advanced mind's like, oh, I better get stronger because I'm getting hunted by something, or I gotta get stronger because I just got triggered and now I gotta bite someone's head off, right?
Yeah, the triggers, right?
The triggers, and we don't even know where it's coming from.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we also are able to go out into the future,
Oh,
utilizing
yeah.
our very creative imagination. Okay,
Yeah.
and then all with mix and mingling all this, we're great at attaching meaning as humans, aren't we?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, we make up stories around whatever the situation is. Perceived
100%.
situation is.
Yeah. So we attach meaning to all of this, and this is really what creates this sense of stuckness.
Right.
Okay. So the intention is to really get all facets on board of recognizing what is my mind trying to get me to do right now? Well, there's nothing happening. Therefore, there's nothing to get done.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So let's say, well, it's a rainy day here where I am. So let's say I go outside and I look at my roof and I see that there's this water pooling. I'm like, oh, that's not good, is it?
Right.
So I
Yeah.
get my ladder, I climb up the ladder, and I see in the gutter there's all this dirt and debris and branches and needles and all this gunk. So I clear it out, sweep it away, and guess what?
The water starts flowing.
It certainly does. In fact, it goes down the downspout. So it's just clear and free. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Let's say now that I go in my house and I'm going to bake a cake. And so I put this flour into a sifter and I start sifting and sorting. And unfortunately, some of that flour got wet.
Okay.
So what happens?
It's going to get doughy, gluey.
Well, some of that flour is actually stuck in the sifter. It won't come out.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So then I take my fingers and I pluck it out and it's all good. Sifting and sorting. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So, Patty, I can tell there's absolutely nothing wrong with your mind. You're picking up what I'm throwing down. Okay. So,
I'm
all that
tracking with you.
you're doing great. So, there's nothing wrong. All that's been happening is there's this stuck data in the processor that once we clear it, your mind is clear and free, of which you are so well resourced to all of your superpowers. Your
Amazing.
energy, your clarity, your focus, of which I know is so important to you, is innately yours.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool,
Yeah.
hey?
Very, very cool.
So I know this sounds really out there. Welcome to my world, but it's as though I've been here with you in 3 different places.
Okay.
So I'm very well aware of how things have been for you. And as far as I'm concerned, that is the past. And the past
Right
is history.
on.
Yeah. Then we have our plan and we have our intention. And so in the plan, I see it so clearly for you. I see your mind is now clear and free. So
Mm.
you're able to really focus on what's possible to do and good to have done.
Mm.
So it's possible to continue to put that oxygen mask on first and foremost, isn't it?
Yes,
And it's
absolutely.
and it's good to have done. It's
Yeah.
possible to fill your cup of tea before giving it to anybody else, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure.
And it's also perhaps, let's say you might be lactose intolerant, it's possible to eat cheesecake, but it's not good to have done it, is it?
Not if I'm lactose intolerant.
No. So I see your mind entertaining what's possible to do and good to have done. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And I see your mind clear and free.
Hmm.
And so now, as a result, your mind is so well resourced to all of your creativity, your clarity, your energy, your joy, your intuition. It's
Right.
all abundantly yours.
I received this, Megan.
Amazing.
100%.
All right. And then we have our intention, which is even more fun. So, in this intention, I see you kind of looking over your shoulder and it's like laughing. It's like, oh, remember that time when I just felt exhausted and I didn't have that clarity and that focus? Remember that time when it was like, I just felt just blank? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's the past. And the past is history. And now it's like, oh, I have so much more breathing room. I have so much more
Mhm.
spaciousness. And it's like does the word download, do you resonate with the word download?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So the downloads are coming in hot and it's like, oh, I'm taking inspired action because I have all of these gifts that are innately mine abundantly available.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yes. I've definitely had downloads.
Yeah. And it's like, well, why can't I take action? But this is like now it's like looking over your shoulder. It's like, oh, that's so funny. Remember that time when that was the reality? And it's just like not there anymore. It's like non-existent. In fact, you can recall that time, but it's completely neutral.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So all
Yeah.
that energy that
This is
was
really resonating and making a lot of sense.
cool. So all that energy that was there is now here and moving you towards what is already underway for you.
Right.
Okay.
All those possibilities.
And the ripple effect, Patty,
Yes.
is profound.
Right. Yeah.
I see it so clearly. It's creating this ripple and it's creating this wave, and it's like leading a legacy.
You're
Legacy
talking
work
my
is what you're
language.
doing.
You're talking my language and
Oh, well, we're in great space together, aren't we?
yeah, exactly.
So my skin is crawling, your skin's crawling. So that's always a great sign that our energy is connected. And as energy connects, energy expands. And as
Right.
energy expands, this is what fuels the transformation that's already underway.
Hmm.
So if you were to create a color, Patty, that would resemble this transformation, what color comes to mind?
Oh, what immediately, like as soon as you started to say that, what immediately came in is like that turquoise blue of the Caribbean Sea.
Oh, powerful. Beautiful. And is there a scent or fragrance?
Scent or fragrance? Orange.
Orange, fresh orange, citrus, yummy.
Hmm.
And is there a sound present?
A sound? What immediately came to me is birds.
Mm. Are they chirping? What are they doing?
Oh, yes, they are chirping. They're happy. They're welcoming the day. They're just happy and joyful.
Beautiful. Bring on spring. And is there a wild bird or animal or mythical creature?
Hmm. Randomly, fox came
Fox.
into my mind
I
for some
love
reason.
oh, fun. I love the fox. What's the fox doing?
I mean, right where I live, there's a huge Muskoka rock wall behind me, and he's just trotting along the top of the wall, be up on there where I can see him. He's just sauntering along like he owns it.
Oh, now we're talking. He's owning his power, isn't he?
Right? Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
as soon as I said that, it was like, wow,
So cool.
I'm connecting the dots here.
Ah, so we have our symbols, and what's really cool, Patty, is that I could have created any symbol or sign that would have been appropriate, but your mind responds so great
Right,
to symbols, and these are the symbols that you innately chose for the transformation today.
right. Well, they just came to
Okay,
me. I mean, honestly, it just like instantly flashed into my mind, so that's what I went with.
that's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, is it all right with you if I share with you the power of energy?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. Is it okay with you for you to close your eyes?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, beautiful. So just close your eyes and just take a big deep inhale through your nose and exhale it out. And take another deep inhale and exhale it out. And now I'm going to speak to one specific cell, and this specific cell is on your pinky finger. And so I say, hey, pinky cell, I just learned something incredible. I have this innate ability to absorb only what has value, and at the same time, I can release what does not. And Pinky Cell says, yeah, I know. I do this all day, every day, 24/7. I absorb things like oxygen and nutrients. And at the same time, I release carbon dioxide and toxins and impurities. And I have this river that flows directly in front of me. And it's as though I get groceries delivered to me all day, every day. And at the same time, the garbage gets disposed of. And what's incredible is that it's not only happening within my cell, it's happening within the trillions of cells within every intricate system. It's even happening in my mind. I have this innate ability to absorb only what has value and at the same time release what does not. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. What did you notice during that?
Hmm. I noticed my torso calm more,
Mm-hmm.
became calmer, and I could visualize the river running, and I could actually see the release of the, that I did not want, the garbage, the stuff that's not of value and whatever, like, and on it went with the river.
Oh, Patty, we should be exchanging seats here. That's incredible. I love it. So powerful.
Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
say your mind's already optimized. It's clear.
Wow.
Very cool.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to take you through a little journey, and it's only going to be a few minutes. So what I'm going to have you do, Patty, is just look above your computer screen about 2 inches, and we're going to take a big deep inhale. And then you're going to close your eyes and you're going to exhale, release as I bring forth one of your symbols. Beautiful. Perfect. All right. So take a deep inhale. Looking above the computer screen, closing the eyes, seeing that turquoise color. Exhale, release. Inhale, open the eyes. Looking above the computer screen, taking in that orange scent, closing the eyes, exhale, release. Inhale, open the eyes. Hearing those happy birds chirping, singing, closing the eyes, exhale, release. Inhale, open the eyes, seeing that fox in its power, closing the eyes, exhale, release. And open the eyes whenever you're ready. What did you notice there?
Hmm. Well, I had this at the very end. It was like this vision of light, kind of in a teardrop shape, and a figure sitting in there cross-legged.
Ooh. future self is activated
Right? Okay.
in the flow zone,
Right?
receiving
Okay.
her downloads.
Awesome.
Yeah. And now we get to take action on those, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool.
I love it.
Like, amazing. Like, they're instant, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
100%. Do me a favor and check in with that abstract design that we created at the very beginning of your time.
Sorry, say that again?
Just do me a favor and check in with that abstract design that you created at the very beginning.
The diamond?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you notice?
It's shining brilliantly. Like there's rays coming out of it.
Like a ripple effect.
Ah,
Very cool. It's shifting and changing.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was just a black outline in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And now
Very,
it's like brilliant and yeah.
it's like
Wow.
stingrays.
Yes.
Very cool. Rays of
Yeah.
light. Beautiful. All right. Noted.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking it in.
I love it. Okay, let's close down the eyes again and just focusing on your breath. Deepening the breath. So, Patty, most of your business, if I were to guess until now, has probably felt like a faucet. You turn it on, it drips. Perhaps you have to constantly adjust those knobs. Maybe one wrong move and the flow stops. But you're built for waterfall energy, aren't you?
Mm. Yes,
When
I
you're,
am.
yes. So when your soul is aligned, that pours easily and effortlessly. No tweaking, no over managing. And it's not about forcing a drip, it's about finding the cliff and letting gravity take care of the rest.
Mm.
It's taking a deep inhale and exhale. So you've
I
just,
see a massive waterfall.
oh, beautiful.
Big cliff, massive waterfall.
Here we grow. Full power,
Mm.
full energy, full clarity. It's abundantly yours.
Mm.
Yeah. So you've just come out of a storm most people will never survive. But here you are, a lighthouse.
Mm.
You didn't collapse. You kept your light on for others to shine ever so brightly. And now the storm's gone and the sea is quiet. But perhaps the past version of you was scanning for danger, still bracing, Still running storm protocols when what's needed now is restoration, fresh paint, a slower rotation. You're not a storm responder anymore. You're a sacred guide, aren't you?
Mhm. I
Mm-hmm.
am.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel some emotion.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's releasing.
Hmm.
And so, what would your light look like if it wasn't fueled by urgency, but by reverence?
Well, it's I don't know if you've ever been to Peggy's Cove on the East Coast, but it looks like a lighthouse, steady, with consistent light revolving on that rock of where Peggy's Cove is out west, like right over the ocean.
Oh, profound, profound. Okay. So now let's take a deep inhale, anchor that in, and exhale.
Mm.
You can open your eyes whenever you're ready.
I don't want to let that lighthouse go.
No, it's here. It's a
Yeah.
part of you. That light is always on,
Yes.
always.
Hmm.
Perhaps it's the awareness of it that changes a little bit. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like the emotion was more joy filled emotion,
Mhm.
like gratitude.
Yeah. Yeah. You are the beacon.
Hmm.
You are the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah.
Look out,
Very,
world. Patty's
right?
coming.
Very amazing. Very amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so do me a favor. We're just going to rest our elbow. Do you have a table in front of you or your
I
lap?
do. Yeah.
Okay. So we're just going to gaze onto one specific spot on your hand and just let me know when you have that spot.
Okay.
Okay. And so this is only going to take a few seconds here. And so just gaze onto that one spot and looking at that spot, stay on that spot and laser right in on that spot. And notice now that there's a vibration. And that vibration is constant. It's always going on. But perhaps it's unusual for people to be aware that there is a vibration. So now close your eyes. And now your eyes rest closed. And as your eyes rest closed, you can't see your hand. You can't see your hand, but you know exactly where it is because you can sense it, can't you?
Hmm.
You know where it is, and you even know the spot that you focused on. And then once again, open your eyes. Welcome back. What did you notice there?
Um, I mean, it was more a word than an image, and the word was steady.
Mmm. That's what
Yeah.
lighthouses do, don't they?
Well, yeah, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm going to take you through another
Beautiful.
little journey. Are you ready for
Oh,
another journey?
oh, for sure.
Isn't
Let's do it.
this fun?
It is great. Yeah.
Okay.
It's an amazing experience for sure.
Very cool. Okay, so keeping that spine nice and tall and just focusing on your breath. Eyes rest closed. And so you'll remember that I just spoke about vibration. And I mentioned that that vibration is always going on. And that good news is that I mentioned vibration. Vibration visibly increased. And so there's moisture in your mouth. And as I mentioned that there's moisture in your mouth, perhaps you notice the moisture. And as you notice this moisture in your mouth, you become aware of it. And as you're aware of the moisture, you're conscious of that moisture. And as you become conscious of the moisture will increase. And you may notice the increase in moisture, or you may not become consciously aware of the moisture increasing in your mouth. And what's great is that it really doesn't matter at all. What matters is that the movement through your hand has continued to increase, showing me that your mind is responding to our intention for you. And I know that you know a great deal about learning. And I also know that you actually know significantly more than you know that you know about this. And I know that you realize that people learn in all sorts of ways. And so there's this little boy, and he's reading instructions and putting together a model airplane. And there's another child might do there by hearing those instructions. And the yoga instructor not only says what to do, but models it as well. And as you know, many people state that they learn best by doing. And so whether someone's learning to learn a new culture, a new recipe, or how to do a new exercise, when learning anything at all, it really is a matter of becoming more and more familiar with it. And since you know when walking up a staircase, stepping from step 5 to step 6, built on 4 to 5, which of course built on 3 to 4, 2 to 3, 1 to 2, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Each step builds on the one before. And so it's really just a matter of becoming more and more familiar. And you're becoming more and more familiar with this process. And the process that involves hearing me speak while your eyes are closed. More familiar with each passing moment. Because it has to be. Because it can't not be. And now, just think of the sound of those birds chirping. The fox trotting ever so proudly, so powerfully. The scent of orange and the turquoise blue light. Irresistible symbols sweeping your mind toward what's intended. It's all working. And so now it's time for you to take your time and take your sweet, sweet time. And only when you're ready, you can open your eyes and welcome yourself back to the space. Welcome back.
Thank you.
What did you notice there?
It was sensations. Massive energy moving between my feet and my hands. And like I could very distinctly feel it go from my feet to my hands to my feet, to my hands. I can still feel it in my hands.
Patti, we've cleared out the gutter.
Wow. Gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Look how powerful you are. Look how
No
your
kidding.
powerful your mind is.
Yes. Wow. I'm kind
What
of
are you gonna do
speechless,
with
which
all
is
this?
not normal for me.
What's that, sorry?
I said I'm kind of speechless, which is not normal for me. That's amazing. Like that was so evident.
Cool.
Like so evident.
What are you gonna do with all your superpowers now?
Oh, I've got lots to put into action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ripples and waves.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready to anchor it in?
Yes.
Okay. Before we do, check in with that abstract design. What do you notice?
Just that the beams are like reaching even further, like up to the sky, kind of. Before they were,
Mhm.
oh, oh, there we are. I think we froze momentarily there. Did you catch any of that?
I heard it all. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I think I'm just
Yeah,
standing
before the
and
beams
yeah.
were like short, and now the beams are like much far reaching.
Wow. Profound.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool.
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes again. And again, just focus on your breath. Nice, deep, meditative breaths. So, Patti, there was a time when you were outdoors, perhaps in a natural setting, and you see something that was beyond beautiful, perhaps amazing, awe inspiring. What is it?
Um, I keep coming back to the Caribbean, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the Caribbean, standing on the white rippled sand, and up comes, um, oh my gosh, like a stingray, like just
Oh,
floating out of the sand and up into the water.
beautiful. Okay. And so at that peak moment, the best moment, as it captivates all of your attention, if I were to guess, there is a sense of both peace and excitement. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's think of it this way. Let's say at that peak moment, your awareness was drawn within. Toward at your center, there is peace and excitement.
Mhm.
And there have been other moments in which you felt peaceful and excited. And of course, there were many times when awareness was far from that. And you would explain to a child that the sun weighs just as much at midnight as it does at noon, and that it's just as hot and therefore just as bright. It's only our awareness of it that changes. And so let's say that where at your center, you are at peace and excited. The light is always on, even though your awareness of the light changes. And if you were to look at me and your senses bring in information, you realize that you're not hurting me and that I'm safe with you and that things are okay right there. And your senses bring in this information and your mind organizes it. And we call that knowledge. On the surface, there is the light of knowledge where you know you are all right. let's say then that the light at the center is even brighter. And we call that the light of wisdom. So there is the light of knowledge at the surface and the light of wisdom at your center. Where then is fatigue, anxiety, brain fog, worry, or fear? None of that can live in the light. It can't be at the surface, and it certainly cannot live in the center. Let's say then that it is hidden in the shadow between those two lights. Light penetrates darkness, and as the lights come together, the shadows disappear. Taking a deep inhale. And exhale. So picture with me a beautiful flame. And that flame has that turquoise blue, amazing color. It's a perfect, endless, forever beautiful light. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so looking at that light, but your awareness now is drawn inside. And so your awareness goes into the light so that you don't see the light. You are light. You see from the light. You are the light. You are that light. And Patti, you are a light that can never be hurt.
Mm.
You are a light that can never be soiled. You are a light that's always perfect. And feel who you actually are. And I'd love for you to whisper these two words for me. Whisper the words, I am.
I am.
Yes. And now again, but even more excited.
Even now more excited.
Say, I am even more excitedly.
I am even more excited.
Yes. And now open the eyes. Arms up. I am.
I am.
Yes. Beautiful.
Oh,
Yes. How did today go for you, Patti?
it went amazing. Like, I overuse that word sometimes, but truly amazing. And I mean, when we were going through that last piece, I mean, the light coming, I mean, before there was the diamond in the light coming and all the rays from that. But during the last piece, I felt the rays of light coming from like my heart.
Oh.
I mean, I could see it.
Naturally, as a true lighthouse, a true beacon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna have to get myself a lighthouse, a picture of
yes.
a lighthouse.
Yes. You are the lighthouse.
Yes,
You are. You are the light.
I am.
Hmm.
I am.
Now go change the world because you already are.
Powerful. Powerful. Beautiful. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
my pleasure. Please keep in touch. Let me know how things are rolling for you, the shifts and changes that you notice, and the lives that you impact. This today just filled my soul with so much because my whole mission in this world is to support individuals in creating legacy work. So this is exactly who you are and what you do. So thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you, Megan. This has been very profound. Yeah, very profound. Yeah. So
Beautiful.
appreciate you
My pleasure. Thank you for
and your
trusting me.
mission.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.